My mom ruined my 30th birthday in front of my kids, but she didn't know my wife had already uncovered a 20-year secret. On my 30th birthday, my mother stood in my kitchen, smiling as she cut the cake. Everything started going wrong the day you were born. She said it casually, like it was just another funny family story. My 8-year-old daughter looked up at me, confused. My wife slowly reached for her hand under the table, but my mom kept going. Before you came along, I had a perfect life. Good job. Nice apartment. Then you arrived and it all fell apart. The room went silent. I lost my job because of maternity complications. Had to move back in with my parents. Your father left because he couldn't handle the stress of a baby. You were always sick, always crying. Bad luck from the start. She handed me a slice of cake, like she hadn't just blamed me for destroying her life. Mom, stop. Not in front of the kids. She waved me off. They should know their family history. I sacrificed everything for their father, and he brought nothing but misfortune. My son frowned. What does misfortune mean? She smiled at him, like she'd been waiting for that. It means bad luck, sweetie. Like when your dad was 5 and I was going to get married again. But he got pneumonia the week before the wedding and my fiancé left because he couldn't handle a sick stepchild. I remembered that pneumonia. I remembered being 7, walking in the rain to a neighbor's house because I was hungry and she wasn't home. She kept listing my crimes. When he was in high school, I was up for a promotion, but I had to miss the final interview because he got suspended for fighting. She didn't mention the fight happened because kids were calling me trash because she'd spent my school clothes money at a casino. My wife stood up. That's enough. But my mother wasn't done. See, even now he's kicking out his own mother. That's the bad luck I'm talking about. My daughter started crying, and then my mom pointed at her. Look what you did. You made your daughter cry on your birthday, just like you cried on all of mine. Something clicked. What do you mean I cried on all your birthdays? She rolled her eyes. Every single year. Food poisoning, broken bones, ER visits. I could never enjoy my day. But I remembered those birthdays differently. You mean when I was 7 and got food poisoning because you left potato salad out all day? It wasn't that hot, she snapped. Or when I broke my arm because you told me to grab your purse from the car and I fell down the stairs in the dark. I wasn't drunk, she said quickly. I'd had a few drinks like any adult. That's when my wife quietly turned her phone around. She had already logged into my old patient portal. These aren't accidents, she said calmly. These are documented cases of neglect. She started reading. Dehydration, malnutrition, untreated infections, delayed medical care. Notes here say child reported being left alone for 6 hours. Another says injury occurred while mother was out with boyfriend. My mom stood up so fast. How dare you? I did my best with an unlucky child. Then my 10-year-old son, my quiet, observant son, spoke up. Grandma, if you didn't want a kid, why did you have one? She froze. I didn't have a choice. It was different back then. I shook my head. Yes, you did. Dad told me before he passed. You got pregnant on purpose because your parents were going to cut you off financially. You thought a baby would secure money. Her face hardened. Your father was a liar. No, I said quietly. He was. My wife walked to the door and opened it. You need to leave. Don't call. Don't write. If you try to contact our children, we will file for a restraining order with these records attached. My mom looked at me, waiting for me to defend her. For 30 years I had. But not this time. You don't get to rewrite my childhood, I said. And you don't get to make my kids carry your bitterness. She left without another word. The house felt lighter. My daughter crawled into my lap. Daddy, you're not bad luck. I hugged her tighter than I've ever hugged anyone. No, sweetheart, I'm not. That night, after the kids went to bed, my wife sat beside me. You broke the cycle today, she said. And that's when I realized something. All those birthdays I ruined. They weren't curses. They were symptoms of a child trying to survive. And today was the first birthday. I didn't feel guilty for being born. A week later, we started family therapy. Not because we were broken, but because we wanted to build something stronger. I blocked my mother on everything. And for the first time in my life, I didn't feel like bad luck. I felt free.